this goes in the, I got a little case container. Is this where I have it? I don't know, but that's what I have that now. This goes in the back. These are little bitty blocks so that you can make a name bracelet or something. And they got a hole through one side and it's the alphabet with numbers and all. I didn't buy them for that reason. I bought them so if I wanted to make a little brick house for a diorama, I got little blocks I can use because I'd be painting over them anyway. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty darn close to being positive that this red pen isn't going to work. I got to remember to pick up more. Shit. Yeah, this isn't going to come. I thought it may have come, but it's not going to. It's not going to happen. Hey, Nick. How you doing, Nick? Hey, you want a bone? Hold on. That'll give you a couple of treats. Here. Here you go. Here. Okay, good. Take one. You don't want one? I don't know what to tell you there, bud. I don't. He went over there sniffing, and I guess he decided he didn't want that particular one. Okay, I got to do something here first. Okay. One, how many of these did I print out? I only needed two. Right, okay. Two, good. I gotta check this out to find out what the hell is that all about. I do have to put a little crimp on this. And this. However, I gotta pick up our red pen. I don't have any red pens. That is going to in Florida because that's where you go to get your firearm permits. And this has got to go back out to the truck. And I got a call from a guy that's moving to Florida. He has a Connecticut permit, but he wants to get a Florida permit. Now, I told him about a year and a half, 2 years ago, what are these off of? That he should apply for his non-resident permit now, meaning back a year and a half, 2 years ago. I says, then, when you go down there, all you got to do is transfer it. Why listen to me? So now, he moved down there. Yes, he did. But he's only got a Connecticut permit. Well, hello. Now, it'll be somewhat okay, but Florida is easy. However, they're kind of a tickler when it comes to certain things, and again, the law, you get pulled over, it all depends on who you're getting. If he's out to make some brownie points, well then, you got a problem. And you're gonna have to go to court. Now, the thing is, you will probably get away with it, but you're still gonna have to take time off and go to court. And they're not gonna want you to go out of there without paying something for their time, so they probably will ask you to make a donation to something. Again, depending upon the judge. So, he has to wait until, oh! So he's going to have to wait. So, I have all his info. I have his forms. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me on a few things. But, there's a but. I'm looking out the window, guys. Sorry. Sometimes you think I'm looking, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking out the window. This is a knife that I use, believe it or not, in the house. This is a great knife for dicing and chopping and breaking bones. And I mean, it's a cheap knife. It's not made to be used in the house. I mean, well, I guess you can. I don't know what it's made for. It's really not good enough for anything. But it does work very good in the house, and it's sharp. And it holds an edge. I brought it out here because I wanted to try to polish it down a little bit. You're not going to see it with this camera. But it's got little nicks and everything. Not nicks, but where it had gotten surface rust, and it kind of buried itself in a little bit. So I figure I might be able to get it out of there with a polish, but or some type of a sand polish. I did mix a little grit to it, but even that didn't work. So, I mean, it's still sharp, it's still clean, it works, but I was just trying to get it a little bit more in new condition, a little bit more pristine condition. Let me mark this case. John Cap. Alright, now I don't know if he's going to meet for coffee tomorrow or if he's coming over here after coffee tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Flashlight. That goes here. How many brushes do I have, for crying out loud? Well, this is my real dust brush. This is for around here. I turned on all the radios yesterday and let them stay on for a while. And I was going to give Indiana a call. And the next thing you know, it was too late. So, and not that it was too late for any reason other than he was off the air by then. There's a bunch of guys. This guy runs it out of, where the hell is he? No, it's down there on the whiteboard. I think he's in Michigan. However, it's a religious net, but it's not. You follow me? You check in. Usually starts about 10, I'm thinking. I don't remember now. It's all on the board. I usually keep the whiteboard up. So, oh, and it just reminded me of something. I usually keep the whiteboard up to show I can look at it and know what time I got to be where. And you check in, in an order. He'll either start with 9 or 1. And basically what that means is my call sign has a 1 in it because of my district, my area. Some other call signs will have a 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So to prevent everybody just cluttering up and everybody calling one another and talking over one another, he'll say, okay, all number ones check in. So anybody with a number 1 in their call will check in. You know, and then he'll go to number 2 and so on. And then after he gets up to that, you know, he'll give maybe a 30-second to a 1-minute, you know, prayer, if that's what you want to call it. Like I say, he keeps it open so that if you're not, you don't feel offended. You know what I mean? But yet it's there. You know, if somebody's wife is sick, he'll say a prayer for him. And he doesn't just go on with it. It's just a short little segment, you know. So like I say, but it gives everybody a chance to do some bullshit and talk and stuff like that. But when it's all over, he shuts down the net. Well, usually it goes until about noontime. And I was already well gone into that. There's another one that starts at 6 in the morning. Yeah. And it ends at 8 in the morning. Right. I think it's called the Breakfast Club. And I don't even remember what band it was on. The other one was on 20 meters. Do I have it written down someplace? Let me think here. Maybe 80 meters? It might have been 80 meters. I think it was 80. It might have been 40, but I'm thinking 80. I mean, that's a big difference, but I don't remember. So, all right. So anyway, what am I doing here? I have no idea. I got you going. Speaking of 360s, there was a guy that did a 360. I forgot who it was. I apologize for that. He's got a pretty large following, but it's kind of new to me. And he did a 360 in his little radio room, and it looked good. So I had sent him a comment question, what are you using for your 360 camera? And he said he was using a GoPro. Now, I'm not aware of GoPro coming out with a 360, but then again, I haven't been looking. You know, I don't know what's out there until I start looking for one for myself. You know, and it worked out pretty good. And he had a good picture. Now, this one, I thought it gave a better picture when I first got it. Now, I have dropped this one on the ground. I've dropped it in a bucket of water. And I put it on. It's somewhere out there. I mean, it still works. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem to be as sharp as it used to be. Now, I don't know if it's just me, if it's me, you know, destroying it, you know. I mean, a bucket of water, you know, hello, you know, and then on the ground a few times. But at that point, I really don't know. But I do know that I was about 35 feet away from the tower. When I was climbing up the tower a couple months ago, I was about 35 feet away. The camera was. Now, that's not all that far. And I was climbing up a ladder that I had tied along the tower. I wasn't going that high, and the ladder had a nice angle to it, so it was easier just to use the ladder. It fell right between the uprights. It was a good. Anyway, make a long story short, I'm on that ladder, but it's hard to tell that I'm on the ladder and who I am. You know, I mean, it doesn't, you know, because there's trees behind me, You know, and now I'm only about maybe 15, 18 feet up, and about, like I say, 30, 35 feet away. So it's the same thing, basically. So at that point, you know, I was kind of blending in with the trees. The definition wasn't there. I mean, I don't know, you know, and I've checked the settings a few times, but again, who knows? Now this is the Samsung Gear 360. It looks like a water tower. It comes up and it's got the round ball on the top. They make the newer one was just a ball with a couple of legs on it. Now I don't know if I was able to judge it. Well, I probably can if I go back in time and look at some of the older videos. Maybe I should do that to find out if it was me that destroyed it or if it was always that way, but I never noticed it. But I don't know. For the money that I paid for this, I actually think there was a mistake, but it only cost me $81. So I said, for $81, I'm going to buy it. Let me try it for $81. And that was new. And at the time, they were going for $250, $300. And when I seen this one, new in the box, you know, for $81, let me try it for $81, you know. Back then, you know, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years ago, you know, what's $81, you know? But the way it is now, would I buy it again? I don't know. At 81, I may, just